from Silicon Street News. So today we will continue our next discussion about science and technology. So we will start from Fiona.
So for science and technology segment, I choose to go for the science. So I'm planning to talk about the internal flame force. So do you know what's the internal flame force?
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
about the flame that never die, right?
Yes. So basically what happened is it's placed in is it America? If I'm not wrong, it's America. Yeah. It's in New York, America. So there's apparently a fountain where the fire resides underneath the waterfall. So instead you can see flames and water together. So it's like a very magical phenomenon. So I think there's a lot of scientific research done from this fall. Some say it was because of some gas produced from the fall that lets the flame continue burning. So existed back around 400 million years ago from what they discovered, and it's
Oh my god, I don't know what to say.
So it's a methane-rich natural gas that caused the flame to continue burning. So I plan to put it in the article because I feel like it's one of the wonders of science in the world, and it's like the only, by far, I think it's the only discovered waterfall plus fire kind of place to see for tourists. So what about you, Rafa? What do you plan to put inside this section?
So I think we should insert about advantage of technology. Wow.
That's right.
Yes. First, the evolution of technology is beneficial to humans for several reasons. At the medical level, technology can help treat more sick people and consequently save many lives and combat very harmful viruses and bacteria. The invention of the computer was a very important point. Communication is thus enhanced and companies can communicate more easily with foreign countries. Research is also simplified. For companies, progress is implementing strategic technology trends is helping them save time and therefore money. So for the disadvantages and risks of technology, on the other hand, the evolution of modern technology has disadvantages. For example, dependence on new technology. Men no longer need to think. Even if the calculator is good invention, man no longer makes mental calculation and no longer works his memory. Are you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes.
I totally agree with you.
So, what about you, Christina?
As for myself, I would like to insert an article about artificial intelligence. As we all know, artificial intelligence or AI is a component of computer science. It was a very complex mixture of computer science, mathematics, and other complicated methodologies of science. Complex programming enables the machine to perform the critical operations. So it can be able to resemble the same job of human with better performance than robotics. So I would like to talk about 3 advantages of having artificial intelligence. Number 1 is AI has 24/7 availability, meaning that machines, as we all know, they don't need sleep, eat, or rest because they are machines, they are not living things. So they can perform 24 hours a day and every month. So that the work can be done faster and more efficiently. Also, if there's errors in the code, the humans will control the AI before the deadline comes. So basically, AI will help us to finish our work early, and we can turn in the work before the deadline comes. Next is day-to-day application, meaning that AI will help us for our daily activities. For example, we all own a smartphone. For iPhone, we have Siri, and for Android, you all have Google Assistant. So instead of typing something on Google to search about an article, we can talk to our phone, and then our phone will look the article for us. So it will help us to do our assignments every give us more time to study and help us finish our assignments even more faster. Other than helping us to do our assignments, AI like smart home can help us to do every house chores such as like the vacuum robot.
Nice.
Instead of the traditional way where we hold the vacuum and we walk to the place that we want to vacuum, the vacuum robot will walk by itself to the all over our room and clean all the dust on the floor. And my last point is artificial intelligence has a least amount of error compared to human beings, because as humans we all know we are not perfect, but AI, their system is flawless, and they're using a lot system, algorithm system, which meaning that they can do their work according to the
Coding.
to the real system, instead of because we human, we tend to make mistakes in our work, because maybe because we are tired, so when we are tired we tend to do careless mistakes, but because AI doesn't get tired, so they won't do mistakes in their work. That's all. So to summarize my point, I would like to add articles about advantages of artificial intelligence. They are available 24 hours a day, and they help us in our daily activities, and also they don't do a lot of errors like humans. So what about you, Mimi?
I want to talk about the sense impact of the Americans. Nowadays, everyone is developing a sense of technology. Our life become more and more convenient, but sometimes it will bring us a disadvantage. I believe that everyone hear about the revolution of industry. This release carbon dioxide and leads to global warming. This is a real problem which impacts our life and health. First, global warming accelerates sea level rise and the impact of food and biological chain. Second, global warming also atmospheric and some extremely weather frequency. What's more important is that global warming affects our health. So as we don't pursue the technology more importantly, sometimes we should pay more attention to our health and environment.
Yeah. That was a very good point from Min. He talked about the global warming. So as for me, I would like to include nanotechnology and its advantage in our science and technology section in our Silicon Street News. So basically, what is nanotechnology? Nanotechnology, or simply we call it nanotech, is a manipulation of matter on an atomic or molecular and even supramolecular scale. The earliest widespread of nanotechnology referred to the particular technical goal to precisely manipulate atoms and molecules for the fabrication of macro-scale products. So in general, nanotechnology is to reduce, is the technology to manufacture things smaller than its actual size. So what is the advantages of nanotechnology? Nanotechnology can actually revolutionize a lot of electronic products, procedures, and also applications. The areas that benefit from the continued development of nanotechnology when it comes to electronic products include nanotransistors, nanodiodes, OLED, plasma displays, quantum computers, and so on. And also, nanotechnology can also benefit the energy sector. The development of more effective energy producing, energy absorbing, and also energy storage products in smaller and more efficient devices is possible with this kind of technology. Such items like batteries, fuel cells, solar cells, and anything like that can be built smaller but can be made to be more effective with this technology. But as we know, even though it has a lot of advantages, it has also some disadvantages. For example, the disadvantages of nanotechnology is included in the list of is the development of nanotechnology can also bring about the clash of certain markets due to the lowering of the value of oil and diamonds due to the possibility of developing alternative sources of energy that are more efficient. Atomic weapons, other than that, atomic weapons can now be more accessible and made to be more powerful and more destructive. This can also become more accessible with nanotechnology. And lastly, since these particles are very small, problems can actually arise from the inhalation of these minute particles, much like the problems a person gets from inhaling minute asbestos particles. So mainly, nanotechnology is a powerful new technology, so it needs to be handled by the authorities safely so that it does not fall on the hands of the wrong person, so it not bring harm to our world. Do you want to add anything more about this segment? Navhan?
Okay, for my suggestion to put in this section, I will choose to put about the quantum technology. So the quantum technology is an emerging field of physics and engineering, which is about to creating a practical application. So about this quantum application, I will talk about 3 applications of the quantum technology. So for the first one is the quantum sensors. So the quantum sensors is using the quantum superposition that can be very sensitive to a number of external effects such as the electric, magnetic, and gravitational fields. So with this external effect, this can make the quantum sensors be more, can make it very accurate than any other sensors. So for these quantum sensors, it has an experiment carried by the Nobel laureate William D. Phillips on using cold atom to measure the gravity and the atomic clock to define the atomic clock, which is used by many national standard agencies around the world to define the second. So for the second application is for the secure communication. Quantum secure communications are methods which are expected to be very safe and advanced of a quantum computing system. So as we all know that at this time we have many hackers to break through the computer system for the important files of any agency. So using this quantum secure communication, they could protect their data more safe, their data can be more secure than the usual safety procedure, because this quantum secure communication it will transmitting information using entangled light in a way that makes any intersection of the transmission of the data cannot be intercepted by any other technology, I think.
I agree with you.
The last one is about the quantum computer. So I think maybe you guys have heard about the quantum computers.
I don't have about it.
You don't know. So about the quantum computers, it is actually the ultimate quantum network that can be used to check any data or such as any equation or any chemical equation or any chemical composition in anything. So this quantum computer is actually the most powerful computer in this time, because this quantum computer is the combining of quantum bits or qubit, which a device that can store and process a quantum data. So basically, this is the
future.
So this is I think the modern technology, and it can move us forward to the future. Because this computer is using the algorithm, so it can significantly faster than even the largest classical computer that is available for today. So I think that is for my point. Anything you want to add?
Thank you, Namahan. So I want to talk about the role of science and technology in industry. Industries differ in the manner and extent to which they use the results of research. Some, such as the semiconductor industry, the biotechnology industry, and parts of the chemical industry, be created and shaped almost entirely by ideas that grew out of science. The technologies at the heart of this industry were initially characterized more by promise than by real products. Semiconductors were in this stage right after the invention of the transistor. More recently, biotechnology went through this stage after the development of recombinant DNA techniques. High temperature superconductivity is a scientific discovery that shows promise of leading to new industry and in this stage today. Another example of an industry at a mature stage is the aircraft industry, where thousands of scientists and engineers are required to deal with the enormous complexities of new plane design. Investment in manufacturing tools and plants are often measured in hundreds of billions of dollars. Only major companies can act on this scale, and only they have the technological knowledge and experience needed to design these complex products. So for the summary, the most mature industry, for example, the automobile or construction industries, move at a slower technological pace and require fewer inputs from current science, either generated by their own laboratories or by university research. Thank you.
Okay, to add on, I just want to add a quite short topic. Okay, for science and technology section, I'm suggesting for a topic about botany. Botany is a branch of biology, it's all about plant science. Okay, the reason I'm suggesting this topic because I talk about how we live surrounded by millions of plants but we never know anything about them. In botanic topic, we could talk about plant structures, properties and biochemical. Example of structures and properties is about how they look, how the shape is and color, anything about that.
type of tree,
Yes, yes.
type of flower, poisonous mushroom.
That's a different thing. It's about structure and properties, color, shape, about something like that lah. Then about biochemical process is for the most simple one is about photosynthesis. Okay. Then we can talk about classification of plants.
Ada klasi
Classification of plant is how we differentiate every species of plant based on their plant structure and properties. Then the last thing is about we can also study about plant disease. Okay, that's all I want to say. So to close our section,
Discuss about the two topics.
So now we will choose 2 articles to be inserted in our newspaper. Okay, in my opinion, we should add Mingmin's article, which is about global warming.
I agree.
I agree with that.
Because global warming is happening right now, so we need to educate everyone to be aware of global warming and work together to
Overcome the problem. Yeah, to overcome the problem of global warming. Yeah. Yeah.
So, lastly, I would want to say about my opinion that we should include Fiona's part of article that we should include the segment of eternal flame of fall.
oh yeah,
Because I think that would be a great section in our silicon sickness because it is something that we don't know about. It is about a flame that never died in America. So I think we all agree to choose that we want to put about global warming and also the eternal flame of fall into our silicon sickness. Thank you guys. See you next time.
see you again.